Good morning, friends. So, welcome to the channel of this Veerendra IAS Academy. Today, we are going to see PM VISWAKARMA scheme, right? So, recently announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Independence Day. So, let us see the meaning, what are the salient features of PM VISWAKARMA scheme, what is its significance, what is its limitation, and what can be done to improve the scheme, who are the beneficiaries, right? So, many more questions we are going to see, and along with after covering so many components of PM VISWAKARMA scheme, we will see a particular sample questions, some sample questions as well as a particular answer for my answer rating, right? So let us begin the discussion without further delay. Right? So this is about, so just a second, friends. So this is about PM VISWAKARMA scheme, right? So you can see on the screen regarding these are the beneficiaries are artisans and traditional crafts. You can see it, right? So artisans and traditional craftsmanship, they can be bamboo makers, they can be carpenters, they can be artisans, they can be toy makers, right? Or they can be washerman, tailors. You will see, sir. You will see who are all the beneficiaries covered under the scheme. That is also one question. Who are all the beneficiaries covered under the scheme? Similarly, what is the amount allocated by the government and what are its components, right? So let us begin with the PM VISWAKARMA scheme, right? So who are the beneficiaries? Artisans and traditional articrafts, right? Artisans and traditional crafts. This is about PM VISWAKARMA scheme. And in fact, there are almost some 18 traditional occupations are covered under this scheme. We will see one by one. First, let us begin. What are the salient features? What are the salient features of PM VISWAKARMA scheme? So, right? Almost how many amount is allocated by the government, central government? Almost 13,000 crores, right? The outlay is 13,000 crores. This is the amount allocated to the central government. Now the question is, this amount 13,000 crores, is it provided only by the central government or is there a share from state government? Right? That is an obvious question, right? Is there a share from state government? The answer is no. There is no share from state government. The complete amount 13,000 crores is completely given by the central government. That's why this is called as a central sector scheme. You got it right? This is called as a central sector scheme, not centrally sponsored scheme. I hope the difference is clear now. What is the difference between central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme? In central sector scheme, the amount is completely given by 100% allocations is given by central government only. There is no such a share like 60s to 40 or 90s to 10. If particular amount is given by state government, then such type of schemes is called as centrally sponsored schemes. It can be ICDS, centrally integrated child development scheme, midday meal schemes, right? These are all centrally sponsored schemes. But this particular scheme, PM VISWAKARMA scheme, is a central sector scheme because the complete amount, the 100% allocation is given by the central government alone, right? So the next question is, this 13,000 crores, this 13,000 crores, is it for 1 year or 2 years? How much time? The time is 5 years. You got it right? The tenure is 5 years from, remember this time also 2023-24, from this financial year to 2027-28, right? Almost some 5 years tenure. In this time, in between 2023 to 2027, almost some 13,000 crores is going to be spent by the central government. Right? Now the question is, how many families are covered? Almost some 30 lakh families. You got it right? So almost some 30 lakh families are covered. These families belongs to bamboo makers, some cobblers, some goldsmiths, some carpenters. You know it, right? They have some traditional knowledge. They know how to make a particular carpentry, right? So see, the responsibility of the central government is, in fact, is to conserve that particular knowledge. You got it right? It is the responsibility because, for example, my father is a carpenter, my father is a goldsmith, suppose, and my father has a particular knowledge. My father has a particular knowledge regarding goldsmith, or it can be stone maker, or he can be a particular tailor. He is also tailor, right? The person who is weaving some clothes, handicrafts. The point is bamboo maker, right? That person has a particular knowledge, and the central government has the responsibility to conserve that knowledge, right? So that the knowledge is passed down to my next generation, that is to my son, to my next grandson. That knowledge has to be passed down from generation to generation. That is why this scheme is focused on Guru Shishya Parampara. You got it right. This Guru Shishya Parampara or family based practice of traditional skills are promoted. It means in my family there is a particular traditional occupation is there, government stresses on it. Government stresses on it. It promotes it by providing skilling also. And whoever enroll under this scheme for skilling, 500 rupees per day is given as a stipend, scholarship. Right? Suppose my father is a goldsmith. Suppose I got the training from my father. Along with the training from my father, along with traditional occupational skills given to my father, if I need further skilling, right? Because skilling is constantly changing, right? Skilling is constantly changing. It's not a static thing. It's a dynamic thing. So that is why government is providing skill upgradation component also. We got the point, skill upgradation component also. Whoever is interested, that is who got under this scheme, they can be enrolled and got a stipend as 500 rupees per day, right? And so the government is promoting family based occupation. And now the question is, this amount is a grant or a loan? What is the point, right? Suppose I am a goldsmith family or a carpentry family. Is the amount given by the central government, is it a loan or is it completely free? The answer is loan. You got it right. This is a loan, not grant, but the loan is at a subsidized interest rate. The subsidized interest rate means the concessional interest rate is 5%. Only 5% interest rate. The loan is provided to the family. The almost how much loan is provided? 3 lakhs. Got the point, right? The loan is given to the particular family up to 3 lakhs. Up to 3 lakhs in 2 installments, in 2 tranches. 2 installments. The first installment is 1 lakh. The second installment is 2 lakhs, right? So let me summarize this particular slide. This is a central sector scheme, not centrally sponsored scheme. So the amount is completely borne by central government alone, and this scheme particularly focuses on the Guru Shishya Parampara or family based practice of traditional skills, so that this particular traditional skills are passed down from generation to generation, right? It is a responsibility, right, to conserve particular knowledge, traditional knowledge of a particular family, right? Because these organizations or these occupations generally do not get support, deserved support. Similarly, and the last point is loans. Loans are provided up to 3 lakhs at a subsidized interest rate of 5%, right? In 2 installments. So let us see another salient feature. How many occupations are covered, right? How many occupations are covered? The answer is 18 traditional trades. You got it right. 18 traditional trades are covered, right? So 18 traditional trades are covered. What are the trades? So you can see it. It can be blacksmith. It can be hammer. Whoever the person is expert in making hammers. Locksmith, person who are making locks. Goldsmith, potter. You know potter, right? The particular image. Potter. This person is a potter, right? Potter, the kumar, sculptor, stone breaker, cobbler, mason, basket maker. You can see the particular lady, basket or broom maker. Similarly, toy makers, right? Toy makers, right? You know, some toys like a Tipoca toys of Visakhapatnam, or there are some particular toys who received some GI tag also, geographical indication tag. Check it. What is GI tag? You can make a comment also. What is GI tag? And a Tipoca toys of which state and which district? You can make a comment. And barber also. Barber is also covered, sir. Do remember this point. Barber is also covered, and there is a traditional occupation. Garland maker, washerman, tailor, fishing net maker. So how many occupations are covered under Pradhan Mantri Vishwakarma scheme? Answer is 18. 18 trades are covered, right? So after looking at all the significant features, salient features of this particular scheme, the most important outcome of this scheme is it is providing cheap credit, right? The loan is cheap because it is only 5% interest rate, and the government is also providing support. right? Suppose this amount particular 13,000 crores is exclusively reserved for this particular 18 traditional occupations, right? So the point is it is affordable credit, right? Why it is an affordable credit? Just now I explained, only 5% interest rate from formal banking system. So please listen here. Generally these occupations, right? These occupations are part of unorganized sector. You know it, right? Unorganized sector. These are not organized sector. These are part of unorganized sector. It means government does not have the data. What the point? Government does not have the data. Who are part of this particular occupation? Government does not have the data, right? Number two is these people do not have security. Generally, sir, when does a bank provide loan? When does a bank provide loan? The answer is if you keep your collateral. If you keep particular security, you get loan. If you do not have collateral security, you do not get loan. This is obvious, right? Banks are not for a charity purpose. Banks are not for charity purpose. The thing is you need to keep some particular collateral or security. But the thing is these people, these traditional occupations peoples like washerman or barber, they do not have any such permanent assets to give to bank so that they access to credit. Right? To address this problem, government has exclusive window. Government is creating exclusive window. If possible, a credit guarantee support is also provided by the government to the banks. The intention is very clear. Affordable credit needs to be provided to these occupations. What it is? Cheap credit. Once cheap credit is provided, in fact, you know, these people generally go to money lenders. You know it, right? Money lenders at high interest rate of high cost of interest, right? So definitely this is a good scheme because this is providing affordable credit so that these persons, these occupations, they come out of the clutches of money lenders, right? So till this point everything is fine. Till this point everything is fine regarding this scheme, but is there any limitations of this scheme? Obviously there are some limitations, serious limitations are there of this scheme. So the first limitation is, please understand, already we have covered one limitation. One thing is government does not have the data. Who is considered as a barber, who is considered as a goldsmith, who is considered as a locksmith, the data is not there. What the point is, there is no data, there is no such registrations is not there. The thing is, these are all part of unorganized sector. You got this right? If these people are part of unorganized sector, which contributes more than 90% of GDP. You know this point, right? Unorganized sector contributes to almost more than 90% of GDP. Similarly, the people also who are employed in this unorganized sector is almost close to some more than 90%. It means that only some 4 to 5% people are in organized sector. Almost some 90 to 95% people are engaged in unorganized sector, and they do not have proper data also. So it is very difficult to recognize whom to give the loan. Got it, right? It's easy to frame a particular scheme. The thing is whom to give the loan, right? So there is a problem with data. Right? There is always a problem with data. Recently also we were reading a newspaper. There is a confusion regarding data, right? One is data. Please listen. The next limitation. Suppose loan is given to me. I am a carpenter. Loan is given to my family. But the thing is, I do not have the information how to use the money productively. You got the point, right? How to use the money productively? I do not have information because I do not have right education. Go to the point that there is no such buyer is not there, consumer is not there. So the thing is here, even though money is provided to me at a cheap interest rate, I do not know how to use the money in a constructive manner, productive manner. Got the point? It means what? I will keep on taking the money from the banks, end up leading to default. Got the point? This is a debt cycle, a vicious cycle of debt, right? The point is here, the particular people who are taking the loan, they do not know how to use the money, right? That is the reason there is some information asymmetry. This is called as information asymmetry. So that is why we need some support of civil society or NGOs, right? So that these people get the right information, so that they use the money at the right time and the right place, right? Similarly, let us see the other limitation. Just now I explained the debt crisis. If the government does not address the knowledge, the awareness part of these people, right? These are artisans and traditional crafts people, they have low awareness how to use the money productively, right? So the thing is, if we do not address the awareness part, it leads to disastrous consequences. What is the disastrous consequences? Vicious cycle of debt crisis. They're caught in this vicious cycle, right? The next point, sir, please listen. Cheap credit is provided. Cheap credit is provided. Affordable credit is provided. Is this enough? Does this solve all the problems of this sector? The answer is no. They need not only credit support but also marketing support, right? These people should have some market. The problem is they do not know where to sell these products. Generally, there is some consumers lack of awareness, or there is some attitude problem also, right? There is some attitude problem also, because consumers think that these products are of low quality. Got the point, right? If a particular product is made by hand, means this is a low quality. Got the point? It means consumers' attitude needs to be changed, right? So what they need is marketing support, right? What they need is marketing support. Not only credit support, marketing support needs to be provided by the government through civil society, right? Through civil society, marketing support, particularly exports. How to export this particular product to which country or to which state? They need market. A ready-made market is needed, right? That's why not only credit support, once market support is provided, only then they can use the money constructively, productively, right? Keep this point in mind. So, to get the market, what they can do? To get the market, what they have to do? Marketing. Social media platforms. You know this, right? Social media platforms needs to be used. Or a particular e-technologies, we all know that a digital India, right? We are all living in digital revolution. So these people who are engaged in these occupations, they should have a particular website, right? Particular website, so that they can market these products on this website, right? That is what the third point is, digital technology, right? These people needs to use some social media platforms so that they promote their products to increase their reach, right? And the fourth point is already covered, that is lack of data. There is a lack of data regarding who is a particular carpenter, who is a particular goldsmith or cobbler or washerman. It's very difficult, right? So these are all the limitations. Once again, debt crisis. Once these people do not have the right information to use the amount constructively, they may be caught. They may be caught in this vicious debt cycle permanently, right? That is why we need awareness from civil society or particular NGOs. They need to come in and support in the implementation of this scheme. Otherwise, providing just credit to these people is of meaningless, right? So the way forward, sir, the way forward is what needs to be done. So the thing is here, just now I have told you, we need quality products. Consumers always look for quality products. So we need some entrepreneurial spirit of entrepreneur. It means what? These people should get the help of some startups. You know startups, right? Some new companies needs to support these traditional occupations so that they can explore new opportunities, new exports. What the point of once new exports, new markets are created, it is very easy to make a particular product, and the quality products are also produced. Once a particular innovation is done by entrepreneur, right? So culture of innovation is always done by entrepreneur. You may be knowing this. And I have already covered the third point, that is consumers' attitude. Some consumers believe that a product is made by hand, means that is of a low quality. There is a lack of problem. Attitude problem regarding consumers. That's why I'm telling you there needs to be some branding, there needs to be some marketing support needs to be given to these people. So consumers attitude. Similarly, sir, the fourth point, cooperatives. Sir, we all know that in agriculture, dairy cooperatives, milk cooperatives, they're highly successful because of cooperatives, right? So what is cooperatives? These people of same occupation. If a particular cobblers are there, some 100 cobblers or 100 carpenters, they need to come together and form a particular organization and open a particular bank account in a particular bank. Go to the point, open a particular account with a particular bank, and they are collectively responsible in their particular account with that bank. Go to the point, they are cooperatives. You know the success of self-help groups of women. So similarly, cooperatives, the culture of cooperatives needs to be promoted in the success of PM VISWAKARMA scheme, right? These occupations, it can be cobblers or washerman, tailor, they needs to be organized so that they can have a collective voice. What the point? Once they have a collective voice, a collective bargaining, then it's easy for them. They can bargain, they can negotiate, they can deliberate with the buyer or with the producer, with the consumers, so that they can get remunerative prices, profitable prices. This is empowerment. You got this, right? This is empowerment. Empowerment means not just providing credit. They also should know how to use the money constructively, how to get the right producer, right consumer. So that's why we need cooperatives, a culture of cooperatives, not only in agriculture, in every sector we need cooperatives, sir. And the final point, once cooperatives are formed by these sectors, by these occupations, then it is very easy to integrate these sectors, to integrate these traditional craft sectors into the domestic value chains or global value chains. You got this, right? There is always a value chain from producer to consumer. There is always some middlemen or there's some transportation, right? Some go downs. So the thing is here, that is called as a value chain. The thing is, we need to integrate these people in this particular value chain, right? Once integration is done, then they are not isolated. A ready-made market is available, some technology support is there, credit support is there, right? Once all the supports are provided to these people, it's very easy for them to increase their standards of living, to come out of poverty, because we all know that these people always suffer from poverty or unemployment or malnutrition, right? These people generally suffer. That is why we need the right support. So in fact, culture of cooperatives, in this, to promote culture of cooperatives, once again we need the support of civil societies or NGOs, right? So question for you for minds answer writing. Despite unorganized sector contributes to more than 90% of GDP in India. We all know that unorganized sector contributes more than 90% of GDP, right? More than 90% of GDP. The support is uneven and meager. The support is not uneven. It means what? They do not get the deserved support. They do not get the deserved support from the government or from the private sector. So this is a fact. This is a fact right now. Now the thing is, discuss the statement in the context of PM VISWAKARMA scheme. You got the point, right? So PM VISWAKARMA scheme is designed to address, to target a particular occupations. Some 18 occupations are targeted, and credit support is also provided. Not only credit support, technology support, marketing support, digital support, culture of cooperatives, right? Culture of innovation are all given. Anyway, these digital or the things are not discussed in detail, right? Marketing support and digital, the words are mentioned, but they're not discussed in detail in the scheme. Let us see what is going to happen. Just only the loan details are mentioned, right? But credit support is not enough. So discuss this statement in the context of PM VISWAKARMA scheme, right? Let us see one last bit regarding this. It covers 30 lakh families in 5 years. Answer is not 4 years or 5 years. Answer is 5 years, right? 2023 to 2027. Loan amount of 3 lakhs is given, right? Loan amount of 3 lakhs is given. That is right statement. Is given in a single installment. No, is given in a 2 installments. First is 1 lakh and then 2 lakhs. Occupations like washerman, tailor and barbers are not covered. Is it so? Answer is wrong, right? Washerman, tailor, barbers, they are also part of PM VISWAKARMA scheme. So answer is none of the above, right? So please subscribe and share the video so that I can make more enriched videos for you, more quality videos for you, right? So let us wind up the class for today's. Thank you so much.